We start with Emil in Indiana. And Emil writes, why do you feel the need to continue to dump millions of dollars into the public education system? Haven't you realized yet that until the societal and, more importantly, familial problems are addressed, increased money spent on schools will not help educate a child? One-room schoolhouses of 100 years ago turned out brighter students. Our children's problems in regard to education will not be improved by funding. Do you believe that, or obviously you don't?
No, but Emil brings a good point up. I mean, we have to make wise investments. You can't throw money at any problem and hope to get to a good outcome. And I think Emil's bringing up a really good point in terms of we can't just throw money at this issue. And I'm not trying to do that. In my budget address and in my proposal and what I've been doing is I've asked schools to show me how the money that I'm proposing to spend will be used in the classroom, not for something outside. So we need the accountability, and I think that's a fair point on Emil's part. As to the one-room schools, let's keep in mind that they cost money too. They went through 8th grade. I'm old enough that actually the first 4 years of my life, my town was surrounded by one-room schools. And to attract teachers to one-room schools, you had to be able to get the stove heated in cold weather before school started. They had to put lime in the outhouse. There are not a lot of workers in any case willing to do that, but we're going to have to pay them. We'd have to pay them too. There's some good educational tools that I think we learned from the one-room school in terms of shared, some of the kids in the lower grades could learn from some of the kids in the higher grades. They could go maybe at a different pace. But this is the 21st century. That was a good solution for the 19th century, for the 1800s when we were a majority population agrarian society. Right now, if you want to be a plumber or electrician, you have to be a physicist. You got to take advanced courses, and you're not going to get that in one-room school. This is the 21st century. If you want to be a farmer today, you got to know chemistry, and you're not going to get that in a one-room school. If you're going to work in a factory today, you need advanced mathematics to do statistical process control and run the computer numeric controlled machinery. You need to have mathematics the likes of which you didn't have to have back in the 19th century. So I think we need to recognize that we're in a different place now, and if we still had one-room schools, we wouldn't have too many factories. We wouldn't have too many employers who wanted to set up shop here in Pennsylvania. We wouldn't have too many families who'd want to have their kids educated here.
Moving on to Mark in Harding. I had to look that up, so let's play Geography B. Do you any idea what county Harding is in?
That's really, really unfair, Brad. No.
I know it is. I had to look it up. It was Luzerne County, and I've been covering the state for.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, sure, you were going to say it. Sure. Mark writes in, why are only the homeowners burdened with school taxes? My taxes are almost like a mortgage payment now. When will it stop? When I can't afford the taxes anymore and have to move?
No, I absolutely agree and that's why one of my key issues in the budget, and what I'm still talking about, is property tax relief. You know, we got a bill, a substantive property tax relief bill through the House of Representatives with Republican and Democratic support. And there were some things that I would take issue with there, but it was substantive, first time in my lifetime, property tax relief. And I think there is a broader and broader recognition that what we're talking about here is just wrong. People cannot be forced out of their homes. That's just wrong to force people out of their homes in order to pay for local property taxes for education. So I want to change that. I want real property tax relief in my budget. I'm proposing 50% on average property tax relief. So I couldn't agree more with this. I think we need to do a better job.
And we talked about this before, but you mentioned about the first time in your lifetime seeing a bill actually passed. Every single year it was talked about.
But this year it was actually passed one chamber. One chamber to go. But I think there's some progress being made there. I think that's an excellent point. Excellent question.